Hello, 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 and welcome to Tianne's Tiny Tweaks. At the moment, we're looking at my 3 top tips to becoming more resilient. And number 1 in the previous video was really watch this self-talk, what's going in here, and literally watch, observe, and make sure this self-talk inside is encouraging, non-judgmental, and you can learn from it as well. Look for the lessons within any sort of negative feelings, but absolutely be your best supporter. Top tip number 2 is become more proactive rather than reactive. So it's so easy for us humans to look for the worst because we're programmed for this, for survival, to be more negative. So it's harder to actually have a reaction that might not feel good and then pause and choose how you react. But my point to you is we actually do get that choice. Now, if you talk to somebody who's sort of really reactive and angry or emotional and bursts into tears, they would say there's no control over that. But actually, there is a split second where someone might say something to you, and it could be a boss, it could be a manager, it could be a friend, colleague, partner, that says something, and inside you feel yourself building with that emotion. But there is a moment you can take and interrupt. There's a space between the thought that becomes a feeling, whether it's here or in your stomach or wherever in your head, where you feel enraged or sad or cross or frustrated. You notice where you feel it, and you have this moment of time before your reaction. Some people tell you they don't. I can't help my anger, I can't help my sadness, I can't help my reaction, my frustration. We can. We really can. It takes practice, but we can pause. So the key here is know that as humans, we will have a reaction because we are programmed for survival, not for a nice time. So our survival is look for the threats, look for something somebody said that could be upsetting. And we've got to override that, and we can. So what I want you to do is have the emotion, feel the emotion, notice in your body where you're feeling this particular feeling, be it anger, frustration, sadness, panic. But when you observe yourself with an emotion, you've now stepped back one, you've stepped out of the emotion. So you're watching yourself and observing, where do I feel it in my body? So once you've done that, just know you can take the 3-second rule, you can literally just breathe. That's 3 seconds there, and then choose your reaction. Now, as I say, it's much easier not to choose. It's harder to choose. But what do resilient people do? Well, they work on themselves. They work on personal development. They do these things. They practice. They get them wrong, and they learn from what they got wrong, and they try again and again and again until you get to the point now where you'll be able to have a reaction. You notice it. You breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Choose how you want to respond. And mostly calm responses, which resilient people tend to use, or assertive responses, are so much better than losing it, because we lose all credibility along with losing it. So yeah, that's my test to you today. Again, treat yourself like you're a scientist observing yourself. You're doing this research and thinking, okay, oh, I had a reaction. Okay, rather than just blurting out, just stop. Breathe, notice where it is in your body, and then choose how you want to respond. So I hope that works for you. Do reply in the comment, do follow, please do. Comment would be amazing just to get into some conversation about this, because I know it's a challenging one, this, but we can actually choose to be proactive rather than reactive, which is a very resilient trait.